we feel. Everything is gonna be alright. Friday chill. Let's get right into this thing. It's tight ill word. It's gonna be alright though. I can guarantee you that. And everything is gonna be alright right now. And right now we step right up the back. Step to the plate. Everything is gonna be okay. It's the last day of the week. It's Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend. And it's time to do a little freaking. And everything is gonna be alright. Chill, y'all. And it's the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking over fast lane, no coasting. Tonight we talking about the new you and the real you. The new you and the real you. Now let me give you a little explanation of what I'm talking about. You know, there comes a time in your life where you have to make a change. But when the change that you make happens, will it be the change that you've been working on for a good while? A change that will span the test of time? A change that will last for years and years and years? Because it's actually the same old you that has developed, the same old you that has evolved, the same old you that has grown? Or will it be a brand new you because you got fed up and you was time to, you had to step up? Was it the new you because you was tired of getting dissed, getting fried like fish? Will it be the new you because you was ready to make a change and it ain't nothing strange? So will the new you be somebody that they have been seeing for a while that has made that change? Or will the new you be some brand new clothes, making a brand new pose, new selfies on social media, that type shit? Well, you have to ask yourself, are you being real with yourself? Because if you can't keep it real with yourself, you're probably not going to keep it real with anyone else. You understand that? So let's get into it and get involved. These puzzle pieces right here, we gonna solve. It's the daily. It's the So let's get it popping, y'all. How y'all feeling? First of all, I'm feeling like a real man should. It is the 25th of the month. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. And good looking out. Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita. And Stacey White is all up in the place. Good to see me, some of your face. That's my word. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, and do your thing, Max, and chill. T. Carry, right, morning, noon, and night. It's always good to have my peoples going right in your sight. That's real. So, I said, so we talking about the real you. I'm sorry, the new you and the real you. Do they coincide? Do they connect? Are they cohesive? You know what I'm saying? Are our people running around saying, yo, man, such and such is really coming into their own? You know, you can see the growth and maturity that they have gone through. Yeah, and you know how like some people associate a change in you with a specific event. People love to be the narrator of your growth and evolution. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, after such and such happened, then you notice they started to change. Oh, when their mom died, when their dad passed, or when their grandmom wasn't there no more, you know, they had to, well, it's not always like that. Those might have been things that pushed the change a little bit faster, but it doesn't mean that the wheels weren't already in motion. So let's talk about it. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily, the daily go get 'em show. We do this every single day, every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar, with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say, Omar, what the all right, it is the Daily Go Get It Business Show all up in your area. And I'm feeling like a real man should, like I was telling y'all. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should. Just like, yeah, I'm saying, I was telling y'all. So, okay. So let's get into this thing, y'all. The new you and the real you. You know how people used to say all the way back, people used to say all the time back in the day, you know what I mean? Oh, you trying to get new. Oh, you trying to get new. Well, the only time that you would probably, well, should I say, the greatest time or most noticeable time when you would try to get new is when you were trying to put on a new attitude for people who didn't know you, and you were trying to make a good impression on them, whether it was a first impression or whether it was an impression on someone that you have been trying to make for a good while. So you're trying to put your stamp on it. But when you got new with somebody, they would see it like, that ain't you. And that ain't real. That ain't you. That ain't real. That ain't you. That ain't real. Why you doing that shit? Shit, it's kind of ill. I said, that ain't you. That ain't real. I ain't trying to fail. Sucre chez toi. Sucre JTX is all up in the house. How you feeling, man? It's good to see me some. Wow. Oh, ooh. And Robbie, and Ming, my big sis, doing a thing. She's something like the queen for a king. Good to see y'all coming through, man. All right. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Get It Business Show. The new you and the real you. See, I believe that when you make a change in your life, the change that you make should be a well thought out change. It should be a gradual change. It should be a change that's going to remain that way. Because what's the use in making a change to yourself if you already like the self that you are? What's the use in making a change in yourself if you're going to revert back to what you were doing before because it's familiar, or that is the whatever you were trying to change was something that you were only trying to change because people were telling you that you needed to change, whatever. So even though you may have seen some of the flaws or some of the error in your ways, you were really only trying to change to please someone else. So you might have made a quick change. All right, I'm tired of failing, or I'm tired of looking like a failure, or whatever. So you can change your hairstyle. And you can change the way that you dress. And you could talk with a different accent. And you can read some brand new books and see some movies. And you can go on the internet and see how you can change. And you can do a whole lot of things that other people might look strange. And you can learn some brand new shit that you just got. And you can do some shit that where niggas be like, yo, that's kind of hot. But will it stick? And are you being true to yourself? The truer you are to yourself in the form of a change, the more likely that change will not just change you, but it will become you. And maybe you have been working on it for a significant amount of time to whereas, yes, you have been working on the new you. And it's not even brand new. It's been going on for years, but people are just starting to catch up to it. So, instead of that quick change where, oh yeah, I'm not fucking with such and such no more. So and so no more. I'm not going over here, doing this, blah, 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 blah. Plus, I got 32 hours clean. So I'm not smoking that shit no more, sniffing that shit no more, banging that shit no more, that shit no more, popping those pills no more. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good in the immediate sense. But the change comes when you have thought it out, planned it out, when you haven't rushed it, when you have grown into it so you can become it and it becomes you. That's when the change is real. That's when it's real, son. Have you done that? Because a lot of people haven't done that. And that's why people who know them very well and have seen how they have tried to make these quick changes and whatever, these complete makeovers or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They see how it reverted right back to what it was. It regressed right back to what it was. it returned right back to what it was. You know why? Because it wasn't real. Because it wasn't real, son. It wasn't real. So when it comes time for you to be real, what are you going to do? How is it going to show? How will it be received? See, people don't even have to receive the new you when it has been a gradual process, because they've had to grapple with it for months, for years or whatever. And they see like, oh no, they ain't playing. This is really what it is. They've been working on this shit. The only people who will really, really struggle with it are the people who haven't been around you when you have been making this change. So they think this new you ain't really real. They don't think it's real because they didn't see you for those months, for those years where you were putting in this work. They didn't see you for those years where you studied your own behavior and picked apart what was bad and kept what was good. They didn't see you practicing, doing better for yourself. They didn't see you improving yourself. They didn't see you shaking off all the negative traits about yourself. They didn't see that. They weren't there for that process. They weren't there for your awakening, your reckoning, your beckoning. They weren't there. They didn't see that. I know that because when I first when I stopped drinking, people who hadn't seen me since I was drinking, they like, some of them didn't believe it. Like, what you mean you don't drink no more? Oh, he gonna start drinking again. Watch. And then it didn't happen. So some of them, probably even to this day, think that I've just been hiding my drinking away from them. Honestly, because they haven't watched the process. They haven't seen it play out. They have not witnessed me as a non-drinker. Most of those people are gone, but there are still some that they don't know. They don't know. So that's my story. That's my example. Now, one thing is for sure, that even though I stopped drinking overnight, for example, I prayed about it and worked on it for years. I didn't make no announcement, but I kept it real with myself. So when it became real, it was really real. And that's how it stayed that way. Now, of course, there are other things that I have to work on with myself. That's gradual. I'm still working on those things. But I knew it wasn't no real benefits into making these declarations and trying to force myself to do everything different, like everything I was doing before was bad. That's not real. So when you think about yourself, think about the things that you really want to change about yourself. It could be it could be financial. Maybe you're tired of squandering your cash all the time. You're tired of wasting money. Or you don't like the way that you treat other people. So you've been trying to work on your temper and not flying off the handle and acting on your emotions all the time. Maybe you don't like the way people treat you. Maybe you don't like the circle of people that you've been around because they are abusive towards you, or they make you act negatively towards other people because that's the culture that they have adapted to or adopted and or created. And you being a part of that keeps you in that bubble of negativity. And maybe you're ready to say, enough is enough. I'm out of here. I'm not doing that no more. But you got to do more than just stop fucking with somebody. You got to stop fucking with the thought process. You got to change something in your thought process in order to make that change really real. And that's how the new you will be the real you. Other than that, there's a difference between the new you and the real you, because the new you is temporary and the real you is going to come and treat the rock like paper. Paper, scissors, rock. You know what I'm saying? So the paper cover that rock. Cover that rock. Drag that rock right back home to where it's real. To where it's real. It's real. Bring your rock ass over here. Matter of fact, nigga. Rock. Paper. Get you out of that new shit. Take you back over to where it's real. So it's like you've been running on a treadmill. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where we are with it tonight, y'all. Y'all with it? So let's talk about it. It's the daily go getimism show. And I'm glad y'all came through tonight to kick it with me on this last day of the week. Summertime is in full and total effect. This is the real summer. It is not spring anymore. So, the 4th of July is upon us next weekend. So, we doing it. We doing it right now. Are y'all ready for the summer? No COVID summer. Many of y'all have had to get used to some new shit after coming out of some new shit. The new shit last year was everybody walking around with masks on, social distancing, wondering if life was ever going to return back to what it was before. And now it seems like in one fell swoop, masks have come off. I'm still uncomfortable with that shit. I'm like, no masks? I haven't gotten a shot. These other unmasked motherfuckers, I don't know if they got the shot. Why y'all ain't wearing no mask? I'm not trying to label us or nothing like that. But, this is what we're going to be dealing with this summer. Wondering if this summer we are preparing for another wave that we will be responsible for. Because, us unvaccinated motherfuckers are going to be demonized. Like, see, if y'all would have got the fucking shot, whatever. But we had a new situation in 2020, and now there's a brand new situation in 2021, which was the situation that we were in all the way in life that we know it before 2020. So the old us is now the new us, and we're like, You know what I'm saying? So, just being able to take your mask off and shake hands and hug again and talk in each other's faces is like the new shit. But is it real? Or if you're not comfortable with it, it ain't real. It ain't real. And I'm not so sure I'm comfortable yet. I know the fuck I'm not comfortable yet. I'm not feeling it. What's up, Queen Deneen? Thanks for coming on through, being up on the scene. So, if y'all want to call into the show, add y'all 2 cents about the new you and the real you, I invite you to call in, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's a number that 319-527-6199. Yes. 319-527-6199. Yes. Call the number, press number 1. I'll get you right on in here. After I call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number, it's a good look. The new you and the real you. Is it real? Is the new you the real you? Have you attempted a change in your life before? Have you attempted? Have you attempted? What the hell? Okay. Wait a minute. I'm trying to. Okay. I don't understand. This thing not working right. Wait a minute. I have nothing. And enough is enough. Okay. That's not working the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. Better luck next time. All right. So, yeah, when you're trying to, like I said, I know plenty of people who have attempted to like make a quick change in their life because they were frustrated with something, or like people get out of relationships and they, instead of changing the thing about themselves that they can change that may have contributed to them being in bad relationships, they decided no, I wasn't trying to change the title. So I was trying to type in the comments with this wireless keyboard here, this Bluetooth keyboard, but it ain't working. So, and I'm not going to try it again. But it's not doing what it's supposed to do, kid. It's not doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm not going to mess with it no more. I'll just use my regular wireless keyboard, where I can type comments on the YouTube side. Evidently, Instagram is like, no, you're going to have to do it by the phone, son. You're going to have to type these comments right there on the phone, dog. Yeah, dog. What's up, Cherry Dana Dane, Cinderella Dana Dane? How you feeling, man? So yeah. People have gotten out of relationships and without considering the things about themselves or their personality that have contributed to them spiraling down into bad relationships time after time. They tried to change the outside. So I've known women who cut their hair off after they got out of relationships. I've known women who cut their hair off while they was in relationships. Like, yeah, I'm letting this this new growth rock out, and as it grows in, a new me is growing out too. Okay. You've seen people get cosmetic surgery. Yeah. If I cut this away or add this in, yeah, this will make my life better. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go out and buy some new clothes. And, if I start dressing better, because clothes do make the man, then, my life will change because people will start looking at me different. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move down south to Atlanta. Yo, Philly ain't got nothing for me right here. I'm going to move down south to Atlanta. And when I say Atlanta, y'all know I mean anywhere down south is all Atlanta. I'm moving my ass to Atlanta. I'll see y'all when I get back from Atlanta. I'ma come home from Atlanta every now and then. I'ma come from Atlanta with a new boyfriend, girlfriend, brand new life. They got new jobs down there. Yo, this shit is right. Yeah. Now I know y'all know people who did that shit. Well, ain't nothing wherever you live. Like my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Ain't nothing here in Akron. I'm moving down south. I'm moving down south, man. You know what I mean? My brother, my sister, my cousin, my aunt, uncle, brother. I mean, aunt, uncle, baby, mom, whatever. Got it popping down there. I'm gonna go down there. You know, some good shit. Cause ain't nothing here for me. Ain't nothing up here for me. Make that change. You know. I mean, these Philly motherfuckers. Ain't nothing here in Philly. You know, these Philly motherfuckers. They ain't blah 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 blah. Well, you from Philly, so you gonna take your Philly self, your Philly attitude, your Philly feelings, your Philly emotions, and all of that shit. And you gonna go down south to Atlanta, and you gonna find the same shit down there. You can't run from yourself. So until you change yourself, nothing around you is going to change. But as soon as you change yourself, everything around you is going to change, and it's going to be real. It's going to be real. I can go rent a bunch of clothes and jewelry and I'll look the part. But soon as I open my mouth, the truth is going to come out because I haven't learned what I needed to learn. So I can't speak deeply on the topics that I'm trying to make myself look like I've changed into being able to delve into. So the change ain't real. The new me ain't real, son. It ain't real. Yeah, Narcissist says, yo, I'm still a little, what do you say, nodded or noted? Wait. Is that N-O-D-E-D? Noted on the mask tip too? Okay. It's the health scare that gave me a mortality check changed my way of thinking and looking at people, places, and things. I hear that. Cherry says, the real you versus the new you. What people see and want to believe, for me, that could be three different Danas. Yeah, but the only Dana that really matters is the Dana that's the real Dana. And you know who the real Dana is because you know what the real Dana looks like. You know how the real Dana feels, and you know how the real Dana thinks. So regardless of what the rest of the world thinks about you or feels about you, they'll always have their perception of you. But the reality of yourself towards their perception, well, in conjunction with their perception, will be all about what you are consistent on. I mean, consistency breeds respect. Even if you don't respect a person in terms of liking them, you will respect what they do because you know that it's going to be there. Like when people can talk you out of doing things that you say that you want to do, or talk you out of being things that you know you want to be, talk you out of going to places that you want to go, that's power on their behalf. And that's weakness on yours. When they know that they can make you be what they want you to be, then they've already changed you into their image. They've changed you into the image that they want to see you in. You know, like they say that we were all created in God's image, but we don't know what God's image was. How is God going to look like each and every one of us? Well, that may be a little too literal. Maybe they mean that we were all made in his image as far as being man. Okay, that's fine. But when you allow somebody to sculpt and mold you, then you are made into their image. And that sounds like blasphemy. That's sacrilege. That's sacrilege, baby. That's sacrilege. And we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No. So I'm not saying all that to say that you should become a rebel without a cause. I'm not saying that you should buck the system just because you shouldn't, just because people want you to do something, because people may be trying to inspire you or encourage you to do something great for yourself, to yourself, with yourself. So there's no reason or there's no good reason to rebel against that. But when people just want to, hold your puppet strings and tell you when to go and when to stop and when to move and when to shake, you have to be consistent in knowing yourself and being yourself, because it's real. Because that's real. So Crazy Twa says, sometimes changing on the outside changes the inside. No, it don't. You know what? Maybe I went too fast on that. Okay, I can see what you mean. Like, I'm not going to say that it's cosmetic though. I'll say it like this. A change on the outside where, okay, for example, when a man loses his hair or when a woman loses her hair, it starts to thin, alopecia, all that shit, because so many people suffer from that. But yeah, when a woman starts to lose, when a man starts to lose his hair, prior to that, he may have had a full head of hair, thick and shit, and he may have said, "Shit, man, I ain't never going to lose my hair," or I couldn't see myself, rocking a baldy and all of that. And then when he has no choice, yeah, that will change him on the inside, because he's going to have to see the beauty inside himself. He's going to have to see how handsome he can be without the hair. So yeah, I can see how a change on the outside could change the inside, but I don't see how a cosmetic change on the outside can make a positive change on the inside. Not one that's real. Because I know with a lot of women, I should say, they change a lot of things about them on the outside, steadily trying to keep that change up, even if they've changed something that's really temporary. When you jump in the shower, you see what you're working with. So you can hide all that shit that you don't want other people to see, other people in the world to see. But when you naked. You ain't gonna be in the shower like, but that's the part of the world that's the part of yourself that you don't want the world to see. But it's also the part of the world, the part of yourself that the world should see, because that's going to free you. And until you are ready to give yourself to the world and let the world see you for who you really are, you'll never be free. But evidently, there are plenty of people out here in the world that are way more comfortable with being in prison than I would like to believe. But we all have our different times. Being on your own timeline is something that other people have to deal with. People want you to change on their timeline. It's not always like that. You change when you're ready to change. Your time comes when it comes. It's not on a schedule like buses and trains. It comes when you start putting the work in. It comes when your mentality starts to evolve and move forward. It comes when it's ready, when you're ready. And that's something that may frustrate other people, but your time is your time, baby. Your time is your time, baby. Fucking ants. Your time is your time. Nar says, turns out the new me was the real me all along. He said, I did move south though. Whatever you go, there you are. That's right. Naked. Yeah, naked. Naked. Butt naked. But yeah. You know, the new you and the real you. Is it real? Is it real? Well, one thing I've had to accept in this world is that what's real to me is not necessarily the reality of the world. Reality comes in different forms because any and everything is real. So whereas some people consider, let me put it this way. When I say that everything in this world is real, it is. So even when it's artificial, it still has an air of reality in it because it exists. And anything that exists is real. Anything that exists is real. Anything that exists is real. So, where I might not be a fan of weaves, fake eyelashes, makeup, heavy makeup, and all of that kind of stuff, maybe that makes you look artificial to the world, but the product itself that you applied are real. And so you are real also. I hate the fact that I can be philosophically sound enough to even think that way. I would like to be like everybody else, calling everybody fake. Yo, you fake, these fake niggas. Yo, they fake. I can't stand fake people. Well, there are none. In my world, nobody is fake. There are people who are fake to themselves, though. Because when you're fake to yourself, you know that you are just hanging on to something temporarily. You're not looking for something that will maintain and sustain. You're not looking for something that will remain. You're not looking for something that's going to be there. You're not looking for something that you're going to be able to rely on, like training, like practice. Fake behaviors, Sucré Jatois says. Fake behaviors. Perception, ma. Perception. The only reality that's out here in your mind is your perception. So what I see as being fake might not be fake to you. What I see as being real may not be real to you. They may not come together the same way because fake things in our perception have real ingredients in them. Like the plastic in your car, the wood grain in your car is not really wood, it's plastic. But the plastic is real plastic. Do you understand what I'm saying? The wood grain in your car is not real wood. It's plastic. But the plastic is real plastic. So even the artificial wood is real plastic. So there is some reality in the artificial product. It ain't real, but it's real. Now, what about you? Will the new you be the real you? Will you do what you got to do, kid? You know, that's what Shanae said to Kid, you know, Kid from Kid and Play. Do what you got to do, kid. I never liked Shanae. I never liked that character. I used to be like, yo, I love the show Martin when it was out. But I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. I've never laughed at a man imitating a woman for comedy. I'm sorry. That's just not my kind of comedy. I'm like, I ain't like that shit on stage. I ain't like other cats that I'm like, how come women don't imitate men like that? Why don't women dress up like men and act like them? It's just not as funny, is it? Maybe it's not that funny the other way around either. I don't know. I mean, people be laughing, so I can't hate, but bottom line is, I never thought the Shanae shit was cool. Because first of all, I thought it was disrespectful to black women. Because we ain't all over the top like that. You know what I'm saying? Or, it's just too ratchet. Like, I didn't like the image. Get it? The perception. To me, it wasn't real. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't real, but to a lot of people, it was real. Oh, yeah, I know somebody who act just like that. I'm like, well, how do I bet whoever you know who act just like that is a woman. That was Martin Lawrence. He's not a woman. It ain't real to me. So Crazy Twa says it ain't funny either. So that's two of us. So yeah, that means yeah, it ain't funny. We got it. She says I still watch Martin sometimes. Yeah, I still like the show, but you understand what I'm saying. When it was out, when it was fresh, like yo, I was gonna watch some Martin. You know what I mean? I ain't watched TV that much, but I watched Martin at the time, New York Undercover. That's that kind of shit. She says, we, you mean they, women. Yeah. Well, like I said, a lot of people think that was funny. I just never thought it was funny. But yeah, regardless, when we talk about somebody being real or somebody being fake, like, yo, I stopped fucking with my aunt because that bitch fake. She a fake bitch. I'm like, I mean, is your aunt made of plastic, rubber, some type of malleable alloy? Some type of malleable alloy that can imitate skin? Does she not perspire? Does she not have thoughts and feelings? Can she not walk and talk and think? All right. Will the new you be the real you? Well, I guess we have to kind of think about the reasons that we made a change or the reasons that we made changes in the first place. Oh shit, we have a call on the line. My bad, I ain't know. I didn't, Nicky, no, but now I know, and now I'm going to bring you right on the show. Caller with the last number 7019. Welcome to, hold on. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding, and I'm not even sure how long you've been holding, but I'm glad that you're here. Please get all up in my ear and tell me what you got to say right here.
It was a long time, a real long time.
I hear you. My bad. My bad. Now that's real. That sounds real.
That's right. Say it one more time.
That shit is real.
No. Okay. So, I wanted to comment on you saying that how people are not really, being themselves, and or changing themselves on the outside. A cosmetic change doesn't necessarily change who they are. And I guess any form of change, at some point you have to make a mental shift, right, in order to adapt to that change or be accepting of it. So once you make a mental shift, then I think the rest falls into place. And I think sometimes that's why people's change is temporary, because It's not really a mental shift. It's really just, satisfaction for other people or for specific reasons. And so it's not gonna they're not gonna maintain that because they haven't made a shift mentally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when we say a mental shift, see the thing is, it might
Mhm.
you may make a change because of the mental shift, but how long has the mental shift been in motion? You know what I'm saying? Like for me, my thinking is that anything that you have worked for or worked on for a period of time, you're going to want to finish that. You're going to want to you're going to want to bring that into realization because you've taken time and put in effort, and you probably thought about it along the way, and you have envisioned what it's going to be in the long run. You know what I'm saying? You know, where
Yeah.
another mental shift is, last night I got my ass whooped. That's it. That's all I needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna stop being a punk, or I'm gonna stop doing this, that, or whatever led up to me getting my ass whooped or whatever. But maybe I don't want that to ever happen again because I got humiliated or embarrassed or whatever. So that's why I'm gonna make that change. So
Hmm.
one process you have been working on for a while, and you have probably been making changes along the way gradually, which is making it more cemented and concrete down the line, to whereas people can see it. They see the evolution. They see you learning, changing, growing, evolving, and becoming what you are, because it has been in you. You just may not have been ready to secure that path and get on it and stay on it until you reach your destination. Whereas what happened to the person last night, they want to change to shake off. They want to do something quick to shake off people's perception of them, of what they had just last night. You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Well, I do, and I just want to say that all change is not going to look the same. So you have some changes that you make that is a natural progression, like you talked about. You've been working on it for a while, right? And then there's some change that's just instant, like getting your butt kicked. Like it's like, okay, I don't want that. I don't want that to happen again. But even in either of those situations, you may have some points in that progression where you fall short, right? You make mistakes, you might relapse, things happen because life happens. So there's always going to be the mental part of it comes in, because when you start to see how the change affects you, and it's headed in the direction that you want to go in, then you'll continue to do that because that's where you want to go with it. Like losing weight, right? So it's like, losing weight is not an instant thing, but because you may start out small and do some things in small increments, and then once you start to see the effects and how it makes you feel and how you feel on the outside, makes you feel good about yourself on the inside, then you stick with it because you like the way it feels. But it also doesn't mean that you may not relapse. Like you may not have, difficult points in your life where, things happen and then you fall back into old habits, and, and those things start to change, the direction which you were going in that good direction. And you start, picking up some of your bad habits of the past. But it doesn't mean that you still don't have that thing in you that can drive you to get back on the track.
Yeah, that's true. But to me, what you're describing a little bit is sort of like a makeover. Sort of like a
Hmm.
makeover. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you ever watched Maury, but when he used to have the makeover shows all the time back in the day. Like, I was a nerd in school, and you dissed me. Look at me now.
Yeah.
And they just you know what I used to really hate about those fucking shows? If you've ever watched them, all the women, and I mean every last one of them, they would just throw a tight ass dress on them, a tight ass shorts dress on them with some pumps and shit, making them look like basically like little hoes and shit. You know what I mean? And the dudes, they would have them take off their shirt, or I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, okay, so basically, instead of I was a nerd back then, it was like, oh, before you ain't want to fuck me, but I bet you want to fuck me now. I'm like, maybe not.
And, you know, it has to appeal to the ratchet audience. So.
Yeah, but okay, so you have those, and then you had the makeover shows. Whereas, oh, my mom, please, you know, change my mom. My mom is blah blah blah, and then you know they would give her some new coat clothes, make her comb her hair and shit. You know what I'm saying? All those. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Even when they showed her in her natural state, that was all over the top. Like, so everywhere you go, you just be having on slippers and a house coat, house shoes, house coat, house look. You know what I mean? You looking like you ain't brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got out of bed and shit. So, but you know, perception.
Well, here's what I think about those shows. How come they never do a reunion of those shows to see if those people kept up that look?
They have. They've done updates. Yeah, they've done update shows. You know, like look, my mom's still
the makeover shows.
Yeah, the makeover shows and the the makeover shows because yeah, like look, my mom's not she's still not dressing like a hoe, but she's still hoeing though. But she ain't dressing like that no more. She ain't dressing like a bum no more. Whatever. You know, so yeah, they've done updates on that, but really, if it takes a television show to spark that change, all right, that's good. But what's inside is still on the inside. Like, have you addressed that? You know, I mean, when you by yourself, when there's nobody else around, it's just you, your body, your mind, and your thoughts. Like, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with the 3 or 4 of y'all together? What are y'all going to do? Is everybody going to get together and just stay the same? You know, some people say, well, the 3 or 4 of us just gonna have a drink, or we gonna have a smoke, or we gonna do whatever we got to do in order to stay exactly the same as what we are. And we can flip that into different. We can flip that different ways to mean different things, because I'm not here to say that anybody is right or wrong by the way that they do things. But when you know in your heart of hearts that you're not being true to yourself, don't be surprised when other people call you on the same thing. Don't be surprised about that, because they are observing you. They are observing you. Yeah. So have you ever had to do anything in your life that let me ask a better question. When you think about the changes that you have made in your life, any changes that come to your mind, did you make quick snap changes, or were your changes more gradual?
My changes are usually gradual. There are very few things that I make quick snap decisions on. I can't even think of anything specific that I made a quick decision and just jumped into it. Usually is something that I've thought about, meditated on, prayed about it, you know, and made the steps to and took steps to make it happen. Now, granted, there are things that are just naturally in me to change when I want to, but most things are a gradual process.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can say specifically, one thing I could think of was, and I talked about this recently. That's why I can think about it. But specifically, it was hard for me to apologize. That wasn't apologizing didn't come in easy, right? So, um, in my younger years, I would just wait it out, like or allow a few days to go by, and you know, and then I come back to the situation like nothing ever happened.
Mm.
Um, and then I think once I had a child, and some things that you instill in your children, and then you start to realize like, wait a minute, I don't even do that. So that was like a light bulb moment for me, like, okay, if you want certain qualities instilled in your children, then you gotta walk that walk too.
Mm.
So so in that became, I adapted to learning how to apologize verbally, because sometimes, my apology wouldn't necessarily be verbal, but it would be, some in my actions. And I felt like because my actions were different, that would suffice.
Mm.
Um, but then I started to realize how important it was to say that you're sorry,
Yeah.
and to ask for forgiveness, or to ask someone to explain to you how you hurt them, because sometimes you don't necessarily know, and then when they express it to you, to express um your sorrow, and to say you're sorry. So that was a learning process for me,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't come from there. Like, I didn't grow up in a house where people said they were sorry. So naturally, that was just a thing that I adopted, and that's how I grew up. So that's how I behave. But you know, I don't even know um, when the switch came. I just noticed gradually, after having a child, that that was something that I needed to change.
Okay.
And I don't think anyone has ever said that to me, in relationships or anything like that. I don't recall anyone saying like, you never say sorry, but it was something that I noticed within myself, and I just wanted to change it.
Okay. So, okay. So what was your reality in that situation? Like, was the reality more was the reality the way that you grew up and the way that other people had kind of set the example for you, or was the reality what you changed into, like what you wanted to be? Which one was more
I think
that?
they both were, but at different points in my growth. Because I think, growing up, your reality is all that you know, right? So unless something in your life changes, or you see something differently, that's going to be your reality. And
Mm.
my reality at that time was people didn't apologize, and it wasn't a big thing. Um, and I don't even recall being young and even expecting them to apologize, right? I don't recall like saying to myself, I wish they would apologize to me. I wish they would just say sorry. I just remember the hurt it felt that I felt um, by whatever action it was, and never really getting the satisfaction of moving past it. Um, so I think that because that hurt tends to linger, you grow up, with deep seated hurt that you never resolve. And I think it kind of propelled me in a different direction, becoming a parent, because I wanted so badly to be the opposite of that. Like, I didn't want to instill that type of hurt on my children. So because I knew enough um, to want differently, it it made me want to do things differently.
Hmm. Okay.
Now, I didn't always have the tools to know what that meant, um, but I knew enough to pick people in my life that exhibited those behaviors that felt good to me and adopt that behavior based on that.
Hold on a second.
Now, did that answer your question?
Hold on a second. Okay. My bad. My neighbor is power washing his sidewalk or something. I'm like, the hell is that? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of rain is this? What kind of wind is it? How come it's only in one area? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. But no. You definitely answered the question. It's just that to expand on that a little bit more, like, I guess when I was asking about what was the reality in that situation, like, evidently you saw a need to implement a change in the way that you did things in terms of apologizing. So I'm trying to ask, with you being able to humble yourself, I guess you could say, enough to apologize, was that the new you? Was that the new real you? Is that what you were looking for? Is that what you were heading towards, or heading for?
Well, let me just say that I struggle with the whole real me, term, because I think, as an individual, you grow, right? And you're not always going to be the same. And if you are, then something is wrong, because I think, as you grow older, as you learn more about yourself, about other people, you grow in that process, or you should anyway. So because of that growth, you change, you evolve over time. And I think all of it is you. It's just you at different points in the process. So, was it me, the person who didn't apologize? Yes. What was it me? The person who was it the real me? The person who learned to apologize? Yes, to both of those things. But I think that it was just a different point, a different level of understanding. Um, that I had come to in order to come to that place. So, and different experiences change you, in a different way. And I think until things are not working for you, you say all the time, you do things until it's not working for you. So, when things stop working for you, you start to do things differently, or look for ways to do it differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's true. But I guess when I say keep it real, or the real you, I'm only talking about that in terms of who you are yourself. You understand what I mean? I think that every person.
Right, I understand that.
Okay, yeah, I think that every person, every individual determines who their true self is, even if they're not being honest with themselves, even if they're hell bent on making other people think that there's something that they really aren't. They know who they really are, because they know what they truly are capable of. Like, I can run around here and say, yeah, man, I'll kill all y'all motherfuckers and all of this shit. And anybody fuck with me and mine and whatever, I'll take them out. When I know in reality, that's just not true. That's just not true. Right. I'm going to put a whole lot more thought into ever hurting somebody than I may be telling people I would. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to make people think that I'm this, so they won't fuck with me, or so they won't put me in a position to have to even make that decision at any time. You know what I mean? But I know what the real me is, who the real me is, and what the real me would do in certain situations, because I've already thought it out. So that's my reality. It's real too. It's real. But I will kill all y'all. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. So yeah, people can say whatever they want to about who's real and who's fake and all of that. At the end of the day, many of us are at the point where we decide our reality or realness versus fakeness on how people treat us and how they treat other people versus how we treat ourselves and how we treat other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have people who don't even know people talking about they fake. You know what I mean? That ain't the real them. That ain't the real you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the hell? So any change that you make in yourself takes away from the real you. So if I grew up in the projects, if I stay in the projects, that's me being real. But me going to school, getting a job, having dreams and doing what's necessary in order to make my dreams a reality, has that made me fake? Because I don't want to live in the projects anymore. I'll always be from the projects, but I don't want to live that life anymore. Does that make me does that
So,
make
like
me
you
does
said,
that take away from my
that's from the
authenticity?
perspective of the person who feels some type of way about their person doing better than them. So, you're always gonna have those naysayers because they're upset about their own lives. Um, you don't find too many times people, who have made those same changes themselves saying, "Oh, you're not real because you left the project." No, that's only the people who are still in the project
Mm-hmm.
saying it.
Yeah, exactly. But they quick to say, because they poor and they stay poor and they ratchet and they, on that ghetto shit. Yeah, that's because we real. Y'all fake. Y'all niggas is fake. I'm like, okay. Well, fake.
Well,
Sign
talk
me
a
up for
little bit
fake.
about when people talk a little bit about it. One of my pet peeves is people who are really abrupt and vulgar in their language, and they use the term, "Well, I'm just being real." You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my pet peeves.
Yeah, and you get a lot of that. People really believe that shit. So I call it lack of self control. So because you buck the system of controlling yourself in certain situations, that makes you real. Because I
Hmm.
am more forward thinking and I plan out what I'm going to say and do and even think about how it affects others, that makes me fake. Okay. All righty. Uh, excuse me, Sam. I'll have another fake a round of fakeness. Yeah. Um, yo, give this nigga some fish and grits. He's real. He's real. Real. Oh, and make sure that you season it with poverty. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need some poverty seasoning up in this shit, son. Yo, this poverty tastes good, motherfucker, man. That shit is rad.
Or if you don't eat typical foods that
Oh
people
God, here we
who
go.
couldn't afford much ate growing up, it's like you're not black.
I know, right?
You're not real.
Yeah,
Your mom wasn't real. You ain't eat hot dogs. Your mom wasn't real.
right. You was born with a pewter spoon in your mouth. Wasn't silver, but it was pewter. You know what I'm saying? You doing good out here. Shit. Motherfuckers that grew up with a father. Shoot, you had it good. Like, god
Mm-hmm.
damn. Yeah, I had real live parents. My bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, unfortunately, this is the mentality of many of our people. And we have the whole real versus fake thing fucked up. But that's why I wanted to talk about, the new you versus the real you. Because so many of us are under that influence of what other people have created for us, that it's hard for us to get out of. It's hard for some of us to get out of that type of thinking, get out of that type of being, that type of lack of reality. You know, we allow other people's perception of reality to become our reality, and we're almost embarrassed sometimes to go outside of that. You know, like we be joking around a lot of times. We'll be like, "Oh man, you gonna get your black card revoked." Why? Because I'm eating some hummus. Because I eat hummus, nigga. Damn, son. Well, by the way, well, hummus has now been nigga approved, so you can eat hummus and still keep your black card. But what the fuck is a black card?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you know, just in case, you know. Now you can stop hiding it in the in your dashboard. I mean, in your glove compartment in your car. You can actually bring it in the house now. You know what I mean? No one's going to tease you. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It just became all right. But yeah, I mean.
So does that mean the people who are eating hummus in the car or hiding it in the dashboard, are they being fake?
To themselves, they are.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. To themselves, they are, because they're not only are they hiding their true desires and tastes from other people, they're hiding a part of themselves from themselves, because they're afraid to be themselves. They're afraid to even like something around other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. That'd be like, you know what I mean? It almost sounds like schoolyard shit. Like, damn, man, Rhonda pretty, but I don't want her to think that I like her, though, because, you know, all the other boys like her, and then, you know, then they gonna start acting funny and okay, like, you know what I mean? You gonna see the boy Dave over there taking carrying Rhonda books home, and you gonna be salty because you could have been going with Rhonda, but no, now you gotta wait till Dave is finished. You know what I'm saying? She gonna mess around and kiss Dave. You know what I'm saying? Next time whenever you kiss Rhonda, you're gonna be kissing Dave right in the lips.
Well, it's the same thing when people only smoke or drink when they're around certain people, or they only get high when they're around, certain groups of people. It's not something that they do in their regular life, I should say.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they'll never get high in front of their boss.
I'm not talking about that.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. When they supervisor come around, then they don't want to get high. Fake ass nigga. Fuck out of here. Give me my blunt back. Give me my blunt back. You know what I'm saying?
People gotta work.
Well, I ain't gonna front. At work, I ain't exactly rad. Don't nobody need that reality.
So you fake at work?
Yeah, I'm fake as a fucking $3 bill. But at the same time, I'm real at work because I'm my real professional self. You know what I'm saying? Which is an honest extension of my personality, or should I say a facet of my personality. So, you know.
How many F-bombs you drop at work?
0. You will never get a fuck. You will not get a fuck out of me at work. Ever. But I'd be goddamn if I said somebody. I mean, none. Shit, I'd be scared to curse under my breath. Like,
you're not being real.
I'm not. And you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna just have to hold that. You know what I mean? I'm not being as bad. But I bet you my ability to keep that check coming every other week is very real, and that's real enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like
them people at the job really think they know you.
I don't know. You know, some of them watching now. So
well, then I guess they
see you kids. See y'all motherfuckers on Monday. But you know. I get there and be like, look, I was Omar up there talking that shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. This guy work. Hey, you know I got a twin. Oh, you ain't know? Oh yeah, he be on that bullshit. He be on that bullshit. Nars Hill says, shoot, I bought 2 bowls of hummus today. I like what I like. Kick rocks. Exactly. But everybody can't do it. But remember, hummus is nigga approved now. You know what I'm saying? Now maybe 15 years ago, it was like hummus, what the fuck you doing? You know, we ain't even have black vegans right there. You know, they couldn't come out of the closet. Like I don't even know what a vegan is. I just don't eat meat because I got real bad. I got gallstones. Now these. hold on. I'm lying. It was black vegans 15 years ago. But you know what? They was skinny and look all sucked up and nasty like Russell Simmons. Motherfuckers like, look. I'll be goddamn if I'm gonna be running around here looking like Russell Simmons. Fuck that. Give me a ham sandwich. I ain't looking. Russell was getting I'm trying to tell you, Russell had black vegans looking bad. Like, nah, man, I'm good. We ain't doing it like Rush. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta look like Russell, I ain't doing no veganism. I'm eating steak, pork, lamb, everything.
His looks now.
Huh?
I think he's starting to settle into his looks. He don't look so shrunken now.
Cause that's somebody gave that motherfucker a ham sandwich. That's why. It finally made his skin glow. and he gained that much needed 15 pounds and shit.
You gotta chill.
Nora said Russell looked like Gandhi. Something like that. It's real. Oh shit, we all way over the time. Look, I gotta get out of here. We gotta get yo. Listen, but it was a pleasure having you on. Bravo. It was so real. Thanks for coming through and being real. If you're really real. All right. You have a great night and a great weekend if I don't talk to you again.
I'll try.
All right. Peace.
I'll try. Thank you.
All righty. All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious 5th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL.
90 seconds.
Get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number 1 out the box, Joanne McChristen Jones. Happy birthday to you. And Minetta McIntyre, no relation, turning 33 years old today. Wait, I think that's 35. Hold on. It is 35. And Rodriguez Urena Maria turning 28 years old today. And Savannah Wholesome turning 84 years old today. Wow. And Sakia, well, if that's real. And Sakia Brown turning 38 years old today. And Connie Greer, happy birthday to you. Don't say. Okay, and Dania Carter, Penn State stand up all day, turning 50 years old today. Now, how is he only 50 when we was in the same classes together? I know in college we was in the same grade, I think. What do I know? My girl Tina Joyner Going all the way back to the 1984 Pickett Middle School. That's my girl right there. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious
10 seconds.
June 25th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yeah. All right. The real you, the new you, the new, the new, the new, the you, the new, the real, the you, the pill. When the new you has to be the real you, will the real you come out and stand up against the new you? Well, no, will the new you come up and stand up against the real you? Find a way for the new you to be the real you. And the best way for the new you to be the real you is for the new you to not be brand new, but to be renewed, restored, redone, retooled, recalibrated, baby. Regardless, just like we were saying throughout the whole show, you know who you are, you know what you want, and you know where you want to go in this world. And you're going to represent that. The reality of yourself will come back. Full circle, 360 degrees. It will be back, baby. It will be back. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. The Urban Therapy with Sun show will be on tomorrow at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. You'll say him. And I hope to see y'all there. And I will be there. And don't be square. Yeah. So thanks for coming by, y'all. And I want to say hi, y'all. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. Don't share the show. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. All right. So Blog Talk, let me get you on up out of here. Let me make you go bye-bye. Peace, Blog Talk. Thanks for coming on through. Goodbye. And for my Instagrammers too. And I get y'all tomorrow at 11. And we're going to do that thing. I like the number 75252. All right, y'all. And for my YouTubers, y'all know how we doobers. Love is love, baby. I appreciate me some y'all. Yes, I do. Peace.